Alright, you all know how this starts. Really, your D20s.
How's it start?
Oh, thank
Not
God.
sure.
I got only a 10.
Right in the middle.
I'm so happy.
Hey, look, I'm between you guys.
Alright, Zach.
Oh.
You got a 14. That's the highest roll someone's made. So,
Okay.
what happened last time?
There better be ponies or I'm not playing.
From the last time I remember, I was here for the entire session, but I have very terrible memory, so we'll be here for a little while.
Well, don't try to remember everything. Just say what you remember.
A quick synopsis on what happened.
So I remember us getting ready for go. We left. We left wherever, I can't remember exactly, but we went to leave to go to Dylan's brother. What was his name?
Melatotis. It's Melatotis.
Melatotis, that's it. And as we enter, he calls his wagon. He grabs his sword from the umbrella holder, which seemed a little odd and suspicious. But that we didn't know that until later. And we go to a dungeon by using the compass Dylan had in his hands. On our way there, we ran into a few people. Had some interesting encounters on our way to the dungeon. And then we made it to the dungeon. And as we were going through the dungeon, we find a strange room with a man talking to us, wanting blood of one of the two brothers in a bucket. And so we were fighting till the bucket was full. We thought Dylan was going to be very lost very soon, but we found Dylan was moved away, and his brother Melatotis was killed. His demon, before leaving, decided to rip to pieces, and before leaving.
Yeah, so, some important details that were missed was, Melatotis had, whilst he was dying, had thrown the harmonica that was given to him by his and Dylan's father to the feet of Masons, and he also told Mason that when Dylan awakens, tell him that he is sorry. He didn't mean for this to go down like this, and then he died. Or, well, no. Before that, he told the fiend to use his body, use his blood, to let these guys feed the monster to get into this vault. And then he died, in which then the fiend had then proceeded to rip him limb from limb, drain every ounce of blood he could, had told the rest of you that he will be searching for Melatotis' soul to use him, as he finds him a very interesting mortal, in that the fiend hopes that the PCs can find any of the secrets that Melatotis has been really good at hiding and reveal them to him, and if they find anything of worth to help him find his soul, then he will reward them. And then he also said that if he ever finds you down in the line in the 9 planes of hell that he hopes to get to you first, and then he disintegrated. So now we are starting today's session. Everyone, the fiend just disintegrated. You're all standing, sitting, suffering. The blood of Melitotis is resting in the bucket, nearly so full it's to the brim. And the figure that hides in the shadows or in the walls of this room groans, begging for you to feed it.
Dylan's just kind of has his head in his hands, just trying to calm himself down at this point.
Yeah, and last time that we left off, Leon was just like holding on to him.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that the fiend didn't do anything to him. It's just... Ugh. Bad times for everyone.
Yeah.
There's no
I
escape.
I
Nope.
guess I stand up and I'm like, you guys want to rest for a little bit?
Perhaps. Yes, but not in the room. Not with that thing making all this noise.
Agreed.
Also, just to
Not
note,
here.
Melitotis, all of him is kind of sprawled across the floor,
Rip.
Oof.
literally.
Can I search do I see the harmonica on the floor?
Mason, did you pick it up? Mason.
Mason!
Mason,
Zach.
Hello.
Yes.
No, you're not bothered.
did you pick up the harmonica?
I don't think I did.
Okay.
Alright, so it's just lying in front of Mason's feet.
Okay. I pick up the harmonica and I look at it to make sure there's nothing like wrong with it, like there's no poison inside of it.
Give me an investigation.
Oof.
$13.
You do not find any poison anywhere around the harmonica.
Okay. Do I see the rapier that he used?
Yes.
I pick that up.
Alright. It is unsheathed. The sheath is still by this altar here, kind of lying on the ground since it slipped off from his waist from when he was...
I take out my rapier and I toss it by his body, and then I replace it in the same sheath, and I put his rapier in my sheath.
They gasp.
Alright.
Oof.
It doesn't quite fit perfectly, but it will do.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't fit
I'm
all the
going
way into your
to-
sheath.
Okay. I just look at his body and I'm like, you guys can check it if you want. I already got everything that I wanted from it. Just Dylan kind of looks completely like his soul has just left his body at this point. And,
Dylan, maybe you should keep your old rapier just in case?
I pick up the old rapier and I put it back. And I'm just going to switch them out and pick up his scabbard that the rapier came in and put it in there.
It's probably drenched.
Yeah, the belt is definitely stained with some of his blood.
I wave my hands over it with prestidigitation to make it clean it.
Digitation? I like it.
And I'm just going to walk out of the room.
I will follow after. Yeah, there's nothing else in here from me right now.
Leon will wait for Mason to go, then he'll follow.
Actually, one quick thing. Is the room or the skull doing anything right now?
If you guys start leaving, it's gonna start screaming. It's so close! His blood is so close!
Wait, wasn't the door locked?
I don't think so because we didn't put anything in the bucket.
Oh, right. Well, if there is blood in the bucket now, I just basically...
Leon stops him. And just make it suffer for a little while longer after what we've been through.
I kind of I look at the skeleton and I say, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna take that blood and dump it outside and never come back in.
Give me an intimidation.
Leon will add on to that by, like, just being behind him and going towards the not being behind him, going towards the bucket to possibly, like, fall through with it.
Alright, you have advantage.
Okay. Advantage. There we go. And intimidation. 14.
So you hear a few moments of silence, and then you hear, please, please, no, 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 please, please, no, 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 no.
I leave. I just say, I'll be back, and I leave the room.
Alright, and if you're going to follow after Dylan?
Yes.
After Mason leaves, then Leon will go.
Mason, are you leaving?
I didn't plan on it.
Then Mason and Leon will probably stay in the room.
Okay. Now, Joan, Joan, are you going to be trying to sneak behind Dylan, or are you just gonna,
Like, so that Dylan doesn't know I'm there?
Yeah.
No, I'm just walking behind Dylan. 10
Alright.
feet behind him, maybe.
So both of you walk, you exit, you're in the clearing. It's still daylight out. It's very silent here. It's unnerving, just like it was when you had entered here.
Okay. I'm gonna sit down by a tree, and if there's a tree nearby or just something. And
Yeah, you're in the clearing in the middle of a small patch of woodland.
Okay. I'm gonna spend 10 minutes casting Detect Magic as a ritual.
Okay. What is Joan going to be doing for the 10 minutes?
I'm going to walk along the perimeter of the trees. I assume that'll take less than 10 minutes to make a full loop of the woods and just kind of look into the woods, see if there's anything in the woods, if there's any breeze, make a note of just the natural state of things right now.
Okay. You don't really detect anything of that would be really of interest. It just seems like a very silent patch of woodlands. The breeze is fairly still. It's unnerving.
As in noticeably still.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the entrance of the cave, cavern thing, and just kind of put my back to the rock and close my eyes and meditate for a moment.
Alright, so Dylan, you have successfully casted Detect Magic.
Do I see if there's any magic on the harmonica and the rapier?
None on the harmonica. The rapier itself is magical. There is...
Okay.
You sense that the magic on it is a type of abjuration magic.
Okay.
And the whole blade glows.
We'll need to get a permit for that.
I'm gonna spend that. I'm gonna take a short rest and spend it trying to get attuned to this rapier.
Okay, is anyone else going to take a short rest? And Leon and Mason, do either of you do anything during this 10 minutes?
No,
Leon
bro.
just kind of looks over at Mason and is just like eyeing him warily after what has just happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sit in the corner that's not bloody, and kind of.
Oh, good luck.
Well, the corner by the entrances, I'm pretty sure, are clean.
Oh, also, one thing that I had forgotten to mention was he does have a heavy crossbow. I don't know if you guys remembered that.
Oh, he does.
Oh right.
Oh, we'll
Yeah.
probably need that too. It's probably also enchanted. Or magical, sorry.
I guess I'll pick that up before going over.
Well, yeah.
Before
Would
you sit-
Dylan have picked that up, or are you going to leave that there, Dylan? We'll say that first, because
No,
he
I
got the
wouldn't.
body.
Oh.
All right.
I wouldn't have picked it up because I don't know how to use heavy crossbows.
Okay, so Mason, you can pick it up and take it.
Yeah, and as Mason's about like ready to sit down, Leon just goes over to him, kind of gives him the signal to wait, and writes down quickly. It's just, if we're going to rest, I would recommend doing it not in here.
Not in this room.
Leon shakes his head.
Yeah, I wasn't resting. I would take a little bit of a seat.
Well, a rest is recommended after what happened.
I say.
Joan
We'll all
is
probably need a long one.
a long one.
A long one. I would recommend a long one. I'm just saying. Ugh.
It's midday.
And? Your point?
You would have to spend the rest of the day here.
You gotta remember the bucket.
The bucket will be fine.
I don't know. Blood dries out.
It'll coagulate, but
I think a short rest is.
It'll curdle.
Yeah, Dylan's not
I don't
gonna
think
do
he'll
a long.
mind.
Dylan's not gonna do a long rest. He's gonna do a short rest. So
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, just not in here. Not in the room. With the... Yeah.
Yeah. Joan is taking a short rest against the rocks outside, but not doing anything other than meditating on what happened inside and focusing
Yeah.
again.
Leon, short time after, joins her. Probably after Mason leaves the room as well. If he does.
I'm not.
Well, then he'll leave anyway. Because he's taking
getting
a rest.
antsy.
Yeah. He needs to make sure that she's okay and that, you know.
I think he's okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna also take a short rest.
You're checking on Joan?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Dylan.
Dylan's just as he's playing the short rest and attuning to the. He has the rapier in his legs, attuning to it, but he's also playing a song on the harmonica that belonged to Melatotis.
Oh my god, I just checked my character sheet. I'm down to 11 hit points. Yeah.
And he's
a rest
and
is
he-
great.
and he's going to do the shorter. He's going to do the bard feature. I don't use it a lot, but called Song of Rest. So everybody gets an additional D6 hit points back. So you might want to roll that before you start rolling hit dice.
I am full health, but thank you.
I'm full health as well, surprisingly.
Well, it's okay because you're not where we are.
I got a 3.
Andrew, how long were you resting here? Or is that for us to decide?
That's up for you guys. It's
What
usually
do
an
we need?
hour.
An hour? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sweet. Key points are back. Yay, meditating.
Okay, so with a short rest, do I get my class resources back?
It depends.
It
Key points, you need
depends.
30 minutes of meditation. You're Barb.
I'm barbarian, yeah.
I'll check.
I think you have to take a long rest to get your
Think-
rages back.
Sadly.
But you still, at this level, you should have 3 more rages left.
I have 2.
2 rages left?
Yeah, because I raged for no reason when the no, I actually did have a reason when the
At the strangers.
yeah,
What
when they
level are you
came.
guys right now?
Eeks.
6.
Yeah,
6.
You should have. You have 4 rages total, Adea.
I know. I have 2
Okay.
left.
Oh,
So
I
you
didn't.
used 2.
I know you
and-
raged
okay.
once. I didn't know you raged twice.
Once with Melatotis and the other time with the
The
what were
bandits.
they? The bandits. Because we didn't take a rest after the bandits.
At
Because we
20th
didn't think that
level,
we need to.
Infinite rages? That's kind of...
Yeah.
Really?
You do.
Oh my god.
You can rage as
Too
many
bad
times
we're
as
only
you
going
want.
up to 10.
Well,
Right?
I don't know if you can rage as many times as you want, but I know your rage
At level
lasts
20 you
infinitely.
can.
Yeah, it says unlimited rage. Anyway, I have my
Weakness.
key points back.
I don't. Okay, so now
I'm
it's time to
rolling like
roll my
shit.
hit dice. How do I? Oh yeah, never mind. That's 8. I'm gonna roll 2. 8 and 5. That is 13. Surprised I can do math.
That's what D&D
Wait, did
will
I
do
say
to ya.
18? 13. Did I say 18 or
Mhm.
13? Because I should have said 13. Oh, I'm at 27. I might want to give myself 1 more hit dice. So that means that I took 3, which was half of mine. Oof.
You are rolling very poorly.
I know! No bueno for me.
You could use another. I mean, more than likely we'll be taking that many more short rests before we
True.
long rest.
Ooh, 9.
Hey, that's better.
40.
Yeah, I have 2 hit dice left. I'm gonna hold on to them.
I need to look at my spellcasting abilities and stuff. Oh.
So,
What-
how long does detect magic
What is
last
the
for?
rate?
An hour?
The what?
No,
was-
it's not an hour.
Because I thought it was like 10 minutes or something.
Dude, you can check for traps, for magical traps on Melatotis's.
Of course, I didn't put down
Kevin.
the duration.
I got ya.
Oh, he can find out what. Oh, no, man. I already know what type of magic my thing does. My greatsword.
It lasts for 10 minutes. And it's concentration.
Okay.
Alright. So, everyone's short rest is done. Dylan.
Yes.
So, are you spending the hour identifying what
Yes.
the rapier does?
Well, not identifying. I'm spending the hour tuning.
All right. At the end, your attunement is unsuccessful, as you discover that the rapier has no attunement property.
Okay.
That's good?
Well, I guess so. But I don't know what it does because I don't have identify.
You
Wait.
can, so, alternatively, in the base rules, you can either spend a short rest identifying what the magic item does, or attuning. Both activities take 1 hour, or take a whole short rest. So technically you don't have to have the spell identifying. It just takes like at least an hour.
Could
Playing with it.
You're
could-
fidgeting
so
with the
do I know
sword.
what it- so do I know what it does now?
No, because you only you try to
Okay,
attune
never
to it.
mind. Great. I'm gonna put this sword in its scabbard. So now I have like 2 rapiers at my. And I'm just gonna. Like, okay, let's go. And I walk back into this dark, evil place.
What?
I mean, that's what it is, isn't it?
No.
That's what I thought it was. Still think it is that, even though you said no.
I'm sorry.
I don't know
Even
if I can
before my
trust you.
brother got killed, he killed me and then got ripped apart by a demon. It already had a skeleton screaming for blood. That doesn't scream good to
At
me.
an altar.
So,
Wasn't
what
it
if
a
it's a
mummy?
good guy?
That was just a
No.
skull.
Good people don't drink blood.
I mean,
Wow,
maybe,
Dylan,
but-
that's super prejudice of you.
I mean,
How many good people do you know that drink blood?
Me?
what?
You're not that good, Andrew.
Okay.
NAU?
So Dylan's gone inside.
Oh,
Thanks, Matt.
this is
So,
a joke. Jesus.
Dylan's gone inside. Leon, are you still outside with me?
Yeah.
but you see, Matt, you made it sound so real.
You literally just joked about drinking blood, and then you upset about
I didn't joke. What part of that was a joke to you? So everyone is back inside the room.
Well, not yet.
Okay,
Don't assume.
my bad. I can assume whenever I want.
Are all humans like this?
Leon just kind of looks at her, is just like, I don't think so. You're a stone. I mean,
I want to have my
not all elves can't count, so you know, they have to learn.
Melatonis learned to be evil.
Probably from his mom. Maybe it's genetic. Who knows?
We better keep an eye on Dylan.
Nah, Dylan's cool.
Oh, if nothing else, I'm a little concerned for his sanity at this point.
The end of
He
this.
said- Two brothers.
Leon looks at her, and just nods his head.
And we head inside. I head inside.
The end of this episode. Dylan is like standing above the corpses of all the party members, cackling. Because all it takes is one bad day.
Nah, we're his fam, bro.
He's like, guys, I finally figured out what the joke meant. Guys.
What joke, man? Screwed me.
I don't know. You heard like joke like. You ever seen that episode of Gravity Falls where he's like starts
You know-
laughing evilly? He's like, sorry, I was remembering something funny I heard earlier.
Wait, you want to know what's a funny mental image? Is that Leon can't count, you know? But I can imagine his handwriting actually being like really nice and like in cursive. But he can't count. And so it's like a really funny,
Mm-hmm.
So,
you know, thing. I can't think right now. Good night.
everyone is now in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear the room whispering. It's so close. 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 It's so close.
After this is done, I am going to pulverize that skull. Leon writes down.
Dylan, would you like to give it what it wants?
Please.
I pick up the bucket and I'm like, before I
Some of
first
the
question,
blood.
where do I pour this?
Some of the blood kind of washes over the edge and lands on your hand.
Oh God.
I kind of say out loud.
What do you say out loud?
Yeah, I say that out loud. Where do I pour this?
Oh. Says, in my mouth. Please!
Out of curiosity, how much blood would you have needed to open the door?
Until my hunger goes away.
But, like, would a bucket full be enough?
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Just please give me all of it.
Okay. I go up to his mouth and I dump the blood into it.
You hear.
Can we see where the blood is going? Like, is it going down its jaw or into the wall?
It's just magically disappearing.
Might be.
Or is it just spilling everywhere?
You see that it is going through this darkness into like the back of the skull's mouth, which we see was a throat. But you don't like to hear this. Like you don't hear any like the sound of like blood hitting something. It's almost as if it's like going down a straight hole, like a deep hole that goes down.
Endless abyss.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then you hear. Oh, yes.
Better now.
Oh, yes. Now that my
You're not the
belly
same
is
without
full.
You're not the same when you're hungry.
Oh,
Sorry, wrong
Oh.
time. Too soon.
thank you. Thank you. Your mercy is much appreciated. Okay.
Never.
All right. Now, as I promised, all of you can go inside the vault.
Hey, Andrew, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Are we using those new magic rules?
New magic rules? Question mark.
Your little rules?
Spell break.
Yeah.
Or is that for wizards?
I didn't plan on it, but if you guys
Oh.
would, because no one had said that they would like to do it in this, but
I mean, I'd rather not use them, but if you want us to, I'll use them.
Yeah, that's up to you. I don't personally care.
it's up to you guys. You guys are the ones that are gonna be using the rules, not me.
I don't use magic.
I don't use
so
magic.
my opinion doesn't count.
Yep.
It's just really me and
It's
Dylan.
not the only thing.
Matt, am I gonna have to start taking away privileges?
So mean.
The BM is endless.
I'd rather not use the rules, honestly.
Okay, I'll agree with Dylan then.
So, we pour the blood in.
And we enter the vault.
Yep.
Not yet.
No.
The entity that seems to be the skull or this room or wherever it is says, "I must warn you, though. No one has entered this vault in, God, I don't even know how long, but I know it's been long enough to leave whatever's inside vacant for a very long time. There are going to be some things in there that you're going to want to watch out for."
Leon already is like grabbing out the battle axe with like a face that he's done with everything.
Mainly knowledge. Knowledge that you, well, may not have wanted to know.
What kind of knowledge?
The room goes silent, and then all of you feel this tingling sensation that goes up from the bottom of your feet to the top of your skull.
Oh, no thanks.
And then you blink out like a flash of light.
All of us?
All of you.
And I oop.
Feel balls.
Well, fun game, everybody. I had fun.
It's nice playing with you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a real fun time. It's my first campaign and everything, and I died because of some sentient room.
Yes, little did you know. It was a death trap all along.
Hey, just look at my two characters in campaign. First two got arrested, and us got murdered.
The
Yeah.
The first one was gonna happen eventually. Anyway, the second one was
The second one was a misfortune because
Yeah.
you didn't think.
True.
and the third one was just really bad luck.
Alright, so the thing about the map from here on out is every square is, well, I don't know, maybe it's not. I thought it was 10 feet, but I
Oh
don't
my
think I
God.
resized everything. So it's not going to be 10 feet. Each square is going to be 5 feet. I
Okay.
believe. Unless if there's something that I'm not thinking of, because it's been a while since I've
Do you
Okay.
guys still see the chamber room?
I still the same room.
What?
I just said I still see the same room.
Yeah, we're still in the same room. That's what I see anyway on my screen.
Yep.
Alright, you gotta give me a second.
It's been a
Okay.
second.
Dale, am I gonna start taking privileges away?
No.
Mm. All right. So, a white flashing light blinds you. But in a few brief moments, the light fades away as your eyes readjust. Those of you who do not have dark vision see nothing but a pitch black atmosphere.
Leon is really close to Dylan because he must protect his friend, who is very, very squishy right now.
However, you do see
Oh, boy.
glowing in front of you what
Ooh.
looks to be 4 strange symbols carved in the ground, each pulsing with a glowing, brilliant blue light. The glowing light briefly shows the images of robed figures, about 10 feet tall in height, made of stone, with their hands tucked in their long sleeves. The rest of you can see these statues and the symbols perfectly clear, and you also see that you are in a large cylinder room. There are no doors, no exits, and nothing but a blank ceiling, about 60 feet in height.
Okay. Do I recognize the runes?
You do not.
Is the room fairly lit, or is it like really dark?
I described that. It was
It's
really dark.
black.
The only thing that you can really see are the pulsing, glowing blue symbols in the ground, and then the really faint glimpses of those statues.
I see.
How many statues are there?
3.
So how are they arranged with regard to the runes?
Can you guys see the room?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see the room.
I can.
Character
I would
sheets.
I would like to make an Arcana check.
On
Question mark on those symbols on the ground. Maybe, I don't know, someone taught me what they were. I mean, re-taught me what they were or are.
you can give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, hopefully it's actually a good one. Please.
Can we tell what language?
It's an
the runes are in?
11.
Or if they're like a glyph from a particular time period?
You can give me either a history or an Arcana. Leon, you have never seen these symbols before.
Can I do a check?
23.
Oh my god!
Yes, you can.
21.
Hey.
So Joan, you feel that you have neither Dylan or Joan, neither of you have ever seen these symbols before, but
Biscuits.
you have the urging suspicion that you have seen things similar to these before.
Oh.
You just don't know what they are.
Leon wants to poke it, but he is restraining
I
himself.
know, right? I was going to say, does one of us want to go stand in the center?
Yeah, because
Can
they're all curious.
I
I can
pull
use-
out a torch and I use prestidigitation to light it.
You can use prestidigitation for everything, man.
You can.
Every mundane thing.
Yeah, I can make this wood taste like cherries.
Can you?
Wait, I thought thaumaturgy was the one with fire.
No,
I thought
thaumaturgy
thaumaturgy
just
was
makes
the
things
sound.
move and scary and loud and make you.
Oh, okay.
You can snuff out candle and torches with thaumaturgy.
Yeah. So yeah. Do the 3 statues? I know they're 10 feet tall and like robed. Are there any other differences between the 3?
No.
Hmm.
Can we see a face on them?
No.
Even with the torch lit, there's just no face, or the hood's covering the face?
Seems to be that they have been built to where the hood is over their face.
Is there anything on the walls?
No.
Okay. I take out. Are there any rocks on the ground?
There are not.
Okay.
Is the floor smooth,
It is.
or mostly? Okay.
I take out a something. I'm going to rip out a page from my book, make a paper airplane, and like toss it so it lands on one of the glyphs.
Okay. Which one are you doing it to?
The one in the center.
This may be a stretch, but there's no
give me
way.
give me a ranged attack with no proficiency. It's an improvised
There's
weapon.
there's no way in or out of this room, but there are these runes. Perhaps they're teleportation glyphs of some kind, and the middle
Yeah,
one takes
I
us
mean-
back to where we were.
It is just a.
The paper airplane sails over the glyph. Gently lands. Probably like right here in this square. Come on. Come on. Oh. That square.
I go and pick it up, making sure not to stand on the glyphs or step on them.
You want to move your token?
Is anyone going to respond to my teleportation idea?
I'm not. It's like it won't let me step between them because the way they're.
You're
Yeah,
going between the
there we
two
go.
glyphs.
And I'm picking up the airplane.
Perhaps you could just drop it on it, and we could see if it goes anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just put the paper airplane, and then I'm gonna stand over here, drop it on the glyph, and as I'm dropping it, I like take a few steps back.
Okay. When it touches the runes, you see that the glowing light seems to like almost turns it into strange glowing blue particles as it gets split into a million pieces and then it's gone in a flash.
Right. Shall we go on the left one then?
I piece of paper on the left one.
Same thing happens.
I drop a
awesome.
piece of paper on the other two also. I'm assuming that same thing happens.
Oh, I see. So you can assume, but I can't. Yes, the same thing happens.
You literally got upset with me for assuming that all blood creatures are evil, blood drinking creatures. Okay. What? Well, I guess we have to. Maybe that's like a teleportation thing. It'll teleport us somewhere else.
I roll my eyes at Dylan.
Leon would like to look at the statues and check for any writing whatsoever on them. Perhaps they'll give us a clue?
You can give me an investigation.
Oof. I wish that I put it
Can I
in.
help?
Joan is going to
Can I
step
help?
onto the leftmost platform.
Are you giving me
Oh,
advantage?
God.
Are you
I'm
giving
trying to
me
give
advantage?
Leon advantage.
You can give
Do
Leon
Can I
I-
help
advantage.
Leon investigate?
Yee. I get my
What is
advantage.
Joan doing?
Can you guys not hear me very well?
No, it's just
No.
I have
No,
like
I heard
I have
you.
two other people speaking
Sorry.
over you at the same
No,
time.
It's okay. It's okay. It just it seemed like Dylan was reiterating exactly what Joan said about the teleportation too, so I was worried for a sec.
Wow. That was the
Just
best
saying.
roll ever.
Damn.
That's nice.
I know exactly what these things. I'm joking.
Damn.
If
I know.
if that happens again, whoever gets that again for the rest of this campaign, you'll get 100 gold.
I need it.
Just 100 gold appears out of the sky, raining one coin at a time.
You realize.
And then we
everything
take bludgeoning
was in-
damage.
Like,
So what is Joan doing?
Joan, while Leon is investigating the statue, Joan is going to go stand on the the rune. I'm going to kind of jump onto the center of it, then look up at the hooded creature and close my eyes.
So you guys see Joan just, and immediately when her the toes of her boots touch the platform, her body from her toes to her forehead glows and then particleizes, and then they all bunch together and then turn into a flash of light.
Leon face palms.
I said maybe it's a teleportation thing.
I said it too.
Leon and Dylan, your investigation of the statues don't give you very fruitful results. You just see them as very well designed and crafted statues.
Yeah, but we don't know
Okay.
anything about what they do.
No.
Not with a natural 20.
No. I
Two
mean, you,
natural 20s.
I mean, you could probably guess that they're just decorative.
Okay. Dylan's just like, well,
Guess we're going.
I don't think. Dylan's just like, well, it was nice knowing you guys. I really had a great time being with you. And I'm gonna step onto the same platform that Joan did.
All right.
Leon goes over and grabs Mason and drags him over to that and steps on it. Mason in
Alright.
hand.
Oh, okay. I was gonna walk over them myself, but you know.
No, you never teleport two people at the same time on the same path. That's how you
Too
get
late.
it.
That's how you scramble people.
Too late.
Have you seen The Fly?
It's
Do you want
already
The Fly to happen?
It's already happened.
So, everyone steps into their doom. I mean, into the teleportation.
Oh boy.
I'm just so upset that I got 2 natural 20s on advantage. I mean, if it was disadvantage, then I'd be a little bit happier.
Oh.
I've seen people do that before, actually. Get two natural 20s on disadvantage.
I have 2.
The universe is telling you no, but the dice are telling you yes.
All right. So, dust fills the air as you step out of a strange rune that looks exactly the same as the one you had stepped into, but it is not glowing. It is just looks like a carvation into the stone floor. Around you are alcoves.
Oh.
Probably over 100 of them, carved into the walls, stacked above each other, up the 60 foot high cylinder room, big enough to fit an average human. In each hole you see wrapped up corpses that sleep silently and still. At the center is a sarcophagus with images of skeletons piling on top of each other, trying to reach a robed man floating as if he was submerged underwater. You also see tables and bookshelves that are littered with books, scrolls, and jars of body parts of unknown origins, and a large picture of a crescent moon is carved into the ceiling.
A what with the crescent moon?
Just
Leon is
a crescent
immediately
moon.
going over to the books and just immediately starts going ham on those books. A barbarian that reads.
I also go straight towards the books.
How many statues are in this room?
There are no statues.
There's but there's a rune on the ground underneath my feet, or well,
Yes.
there was where I came from. Are there any other runes on the ground around the sarcophagus?
No.
I'm going to go over and look at the sarcophagus, I guess. Is it ajar or is it sealed?
It looks to be ajarred. It does not look to be sealed. Dylan and Leon, when you go over to the desk that's littered with books and scrolls and the whatnot, and the jars, you see that the books immediately, the writings are of a language that are none of what you speak.
So they're not common or elvish.
No.
I kind of look at them for. Did Dylan still have a torch?
Yeah.
I'm going to shit. Stomp my foot gently on the stone. Hopefully loud enough that you all notice. Yeah.
The Leon looks
And
over at
then-
her, is just like, what?
I'm going to gesture to the sarcophagus, just pointing at it, and point behind me.
Why aren't you saying anything?
I'm going to wave Dylan over and Leon over to me, and walk quietly over to them.
Leon goes over to Joan, I guess.
That skull said something about restless things, awakened things. Maybe I'm reading into it, but this seems like the place where there might be something undead if there's something in here.
Leon looks over at the skull, at the many bodies, and then looks at her, just like gives her the "oh really" look.
Undead, not dead. They might not be as dead as they look.
Leon nods his head, like that's what he was meaning.
I look at the sarcophagus. Can I see if there's anything inside it? Since you said it was a jar.
No.
No, it's not a jar. It's a sarcophagus.
Can you guys help me get the lid off this?
Mason, what are you doing?
Leon looks at him and is just like, eh.
I'm just standing around. You guys need me to do something?
Not yet, Mason. We'll let you know.
Leon goes over and like grabs one of the books and shows it to Mason and just writes down. Can you read this? Do you know what this is?
Can I read it?
No.
I didn't think so.
Leon then shows it to Joan, wondering if she can also, probably she could.
Joan is unable to.
Oh. Well, Leon just plops down on the floor and starts shifting through it, trying to figure out what it is.
Can I go look through the books? Obviously, I can't read the languages, but can I see if there's pictures?
Leon is trying to figure out what language this is.
So, I'm sorry, what is Leon doing?
He's trying to figure out what language this is by using his common and elvish knowledge. Possibly he's able to figure it out.
Give me a history check. Dylan, you start shuffling through all the different tomes and stuff, and you do find pictures. You find pictures of diagrams of the human body.
Why couldn't it be another 20, please?
More specific parts of, like, will look to be muscles and bones, and will look to be strange, like, squiggly roots across the body. You would know this is like the blood vessels. You would also see this on other creatures like animals, beasts, of all different shapes and sizes. You would have also have seen one of there's like an image of a human, but it looks into the mind, where you see what looks to be the brain. But you also spot a strange insectual creature burrowed inside of the brain, as if it is a pest burrowed into the home of a host.
I show the picture to Joan and Leon.
Leon got a 14, by the way, on the history.
All right.
Check.
So you feel that you have seen writing like this, but you don't know what it is.
Ugh. Leon looks over at the picture that he was shown. Would Leon know anything about it since he has medicine and that seems like a medical thing? Possibly, since it is like a parasite.
Yeah, you can give me a medicine check if you want.
Yay! Hopefully I do well.
You asked for it.
So you have you've never seen this creature before, but you do have a feeling that with just the picture that this is a diagram of a pestle creature that burrows into the mind of a host to control it.
Leon writes that down and shows it to him.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Okay then.
Thank you.
Are you
Can you guys
sure?
help me get the...
Why are we trying to open the sarcophagus?
Yeah, Leon
'cause
looks.
we can't read the...
Leon points
we
at
can't
it.
read the books.
I can help you.
Perhaps
Okay,
we should
thank you,
consider,
Mason.
before we open the sarcophagus, checking the other passageways?
Or
There
the
are no other
bodies. Leon
passageways.
points at the bodies, or
The other rooms in the main central chamber.
Okay, Joan, how do we get back to the main central chamber?
I go over and stand on the rune that we came in on.
Nothing happens.
All right then. You got me.
Leon is gonna go check the multiple bodies that are all around the room. And probably see if maybe this parasite is what possibly caused their deaths, or what was their cause of death. Maybe if it was for a sacrifice, who knows? Which check would that be?
For what? Sorry, I'm reading some notes.
To probably like figure out why the bodies are here and what killed them. Probably
Cause of death.
sacrifice, or the parasite is what got them.
Well, first you're gonna have to unravel the bandages. Well, they're not really bandages; they're like sheets. Well, no, they would be bandages. My bad.
Then they're probably
You
sacrifices.
So to get into more detail, you notice that some of them are in bandages. Some of them are just in ceremonial clothing.
I'm gonna check the ones that have clothing.
All right. Give me a medicine check.
Okay. Another one. A 16.
You feel that this person had possibly died from some sort of disease. You're not quite you feel that it is called death boil disease, and you can tell by the popped and poorly removed empty boils along the person's body. You know that these boils fill up with a nasty mucousy pus that drain a lot of the nutrients from the body and malnutrition it until it starves.
They died from starvation.
Kind of.
Oh, that's a disease.
Leon writes all this down and shows it to his friends.
The other thing that you feel that is weird, Leon, is it feels like that one thing that you kind of get that's weird is that it kind of looks like this person was like buried, was definitely buried from the signs of soil. And you get the strange feeling that this body was taken out of a grave.
Ooh, that's
after
no
it was
bueno.
buried. The other thing that is weird too is that you feel that this place is ancient, but the body looks to have been fairly new, within a few days.
Yes, my
Would I
question-
be able to check how long it's been here?
yes, my
Would I
question-
be able to check how long it's been here?
You
We're
can
dead?
you can guess with your medicine check. You know that it's only been dead for a few days.
Leon writes that down and shows it to them, like, very obviously worried.
And when you kind of look around as well instinctively, you see that some of them are fairly the same, but there are quite a few, maybe a little less than half, that are rotted and look to have been here for years. And you also notice that they're not organized like in a section. It's just random spots here and there. There's a rotted one here. There's one that looks to be fresh. All different ages.
No pattern.
No pattern.
Oof. And the sarcophagus?
Do you push the lid open?
I am
Yeah, I
not
think-
opening it. I am checking it out from the outside first.
Well, Dylan and Mason were trying to lift off the lid.
I would
alright.
like to investigate it.
You guys can pull the lid aside, and are you just gonna let it like drop to the side, or are you gonna both try to?
I was just gonna lay it down on the ground.
All right, give
was
me
gonna lay it down
give me a
gently.
one of you give me a strength check with advantage.
I'm going to have my longbow out just in case.
Listen.
What's your strength?
Leon is
Probably not
covering
higher
his
than
Probably.
mouth.
yours.
Leon is
Mine's
like covering his
12.
mouth. It's just like looks very worried
Okay,
for them.
I'll do the strength check.
All
Wait,
right.
would I know that if
S-
the disease is contagious?
Death boils?
Yeet.
No. Sorry. You know that they're not contagious.
Cool.
Thank God. But whatever is in there probably is, and it's probably a parasite.
So, with Mason leading or carrying the heaviest part, based on maybe what of an angle you took, you are able to set it off to the side, and you see a bony figure with skin sealed tight up against it. It has its hands crossed, and it has this elaborate dark green robe. At its feet, it is torn and roughed up as if it has been probably torn at from possibly being like the figure stepping on it and tearing it, or from some very, very old age, whatever it may be. The design of the robe is of something that none of you have ever seen before. It is definitely an outdated design. You also notice that the figure has a golden necklace around its neck with oh boy, the name of it escapes me. Oh, come on, I should know this. Amethyst in the shape of the shape of a diamond. Dust doesn't seem to accompany the body. And it also has long white hair.
Leon is checking the body, doing a medicine check.
Okay.
Medicine check.
When you go to
Medicine.
interact with the body, its eyelids
Oh.
open,
Oh!
showing dark, abyssal black eyes.
I'd like to let it be known that that's exactly the sound that Leon makes when he notices that. Oop!
I'm gonna stab it.
No! Leon is just like, no!
I try to stop Zach from stabbing it.
Okay, Zach, give me an attack roll, and then Dylan, make me a dexterity save. The attack roll result will be the DC.
Where did
And
I put my...
Zach,
I'm right next to him.
Zach,
Can I
you-
also make a dexterity?
Zach, you do have advantage. I will allow Leon's reaction if Leon's reaction can give Dylan advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
You have advantage. I give you an... Oh my god, never mind.
That's the strength check. He hasn't done an attack check yet. Wait, how do you... I thought... Okay.
Yes, a nat 20. What's with the nat 20s? I'm so happy.
Oh,
All right.
Dylan.
So Mason,
Oh, no,
Dylan,
no, no.
Dylan, Dylan is able to immediately know that somehow, by the faintest of a movement that Mason makes, and you are able to grab his wrist before he can even draw his rapier out, or his ship wench out.
That's a short sword.
No, Zach, you both did natural 20s, but Dylan's is more.
No,
Actually,
his...
I didn't do a nat 20. It was just.
No, your strength.
Oh yeah, that was.
It
That
was a
below the
nat 20.
coffin. That was
Oh,
below-
yeah, sorry,
Strength,
never mind. I'm so confused.
Okay. So I'm like, hold on, wait, let's just wait a sec. And maybe it's not gonna attack us. And I
Maybe
wait for
it's
the
not going
body to
Animate?
do something, animate.
The body just sits there, or lies there, with its eyes open. You can't tell if the eyes are moving at all.
Leon would like to now do his medicine check.
You go back to interact.
I don't want to touch it. I just want to look at it. I don't want to touch. I can look at it. I just want to look at it.
When you go to interact with it,
Oof.
you then hear from its mouth,
Oh.
My.
Oh, God.
It's been too long since I seen another moving body in this chamber.
Leon looks at Mason and is just like, you're so lucky you didn't attack it.
Hello, my name is Dylan Mordecai Silvaria.
I know your last name. I can smell the Silvarius in you. So, tell me, brother, did our kin win the Civil War?
I'm afraid not.
I see. So, we have just been forgotten.
Unfortunately, until recently, I didn't even know that I was a Silvarius. That's why I'm here, to figure out more about my past, our family's past.
Really intriguing. You then see the body then starts to float out
Is
of the
that a lich?
sarcophagus. And then it slowly kind of lifts up to where it's floating vertically.
Leon is instinctively putting an arm around Dylan.
Its green robes and ivory hair kind of just
I have a question.
hanging down heavily. What's the
Out of
question?
character, does its robes look like the robes on the statues we saw earlier?
No.
Okay.
The robes in the statues literally had no character whatsoever. They just looked like plain robes and faceless statues.
I think we're talking to a lord, a really old lord.
Would I have an idea what Asterian robes look like?
Old Asterian.
You would. They don't look anything like this.
Okay.
Would I have any idea what this is? Because I had a vague recollection of what the words on the page could possibly be.
What do you mean by what this is?
What the clothes are?
I mean, you know the robes.
Yeah, but what time frame, probably?
You wouldn't know. You know they're fairly ancient.
Oof. Much older than I. And even if I did,
Well,
was born around that time.
I guess it depends on how old Leon is.
It's rude to ask a person's age.
Not if you're the DM.
Oh, well, Leon probably wouldn't even remember anyway.
Probably. He probably thinks
Yeah.
he's 3.
I stopped.
Oof.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that is
Sorry.
uncalled for.
I'm sorry.
Got him.
Wait, what time? Wait, what age do elves usually reach maturity? Maturity.
The same time humans do.
Oh, so 20?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, like. Now I gotta think. Wait. When? I vaguely remember telling you the amount of time that. Leon was with his wife. And he probably met her when he was a young elf.
Would it be safe to say it wouldn't be more than 500 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's younger than that.
Okay. Yeah, you wouldn't know.
Okay, so what does the floating skeleton figure do?
It just it floats there, and it looks around at you 4, and it says, "I am glad that you had found this vault. I haven't had the luxury of company in, well,
Dude.
a fairly long time. The only company that I've had is not the talkative type."
Leon just like doesn't know whether or not to laugh at that.
I'm sorry to hear that. What should I call you? Like grandfather or?
Call me, if you are truly Savaris, you can call me brother. However, my name is Sveni. Sveni Silvarius.
How do you spell that?
Xveni.
Oh, it's an X name. Nice. Okay, X what? What?
Veni. Sveni.
Sorry, I may have spoken my question earlier. But I know what Silvarian robes look like.
No.
Okay, sorry, that's what I meant earlier when I said Astarion.
Yeah, you said Astarion.
Yeah, I realized that just now. I was like, oh, oops.
Okay, brother Svenny. What can you tell us about?
About what?
Our family.
He says, "I can tell you lots. However, I am a man, or I should say, I was a man. I am a living entity that is trapped inside of this room. You come here because you seek something, I assume. Whether it be answers, whether it be power, whether it be riches."
It's answers.
And I'm able to give you those. However, you will only receive these if I get something out of it.
What would you like, Brother Svenny?
You can either give me one of your parts, one that I require for study. You can give me something of value that would be worth to my research, whether it be credible knowledge itself, or maybe a resource you have on you. Or, if you can tell me an intriguing and interesting story, or sing me a beautiful ballad, one of our great, great, great country, I will give you an answer to your question. But only one answer per question.
What's the oldest story slash song, like ballad, that I know about Asteria and the country?
Probably just something that will be played during the that festival that they had. Well, no, sorry. The festival that you guys had was the one of Longbeard's Hill. You would probably know that there are some really old songs about the birthing of this country. But they don't mention anything about the Silvarius. They mention about how that the human race had sailed upon horrendous open waters and found a land ripe.
I look at my friends like, do any three of you have musical talent, or is it just me?
Very none.
Leon writes
just
down,
you.
I once had a nice voice. But that's about it.
What'd you say, John?
I think it's just you.
Okay. Just, can you three... I'm gonna start off the melody, and I just need you three to hum in the background, like, along with it. Can you guys do that?
Leon just like shrugs. Yeah, I can do that.
Alright. So, Dylan, you're gonna give me a performance check.
With advantage?
It is due only if one of you have proficiency in performance.
I have one in athletic. I can do a dance because I'm athletic.
That's still performance.
Rip.
Oh. I'm athletic. I can show him my guns.
Heyo.
Distract him with the from the song by just flexing.
Yeah,
like-
because like,
You're like Johnny
dude,
Bravo.
I have +4 to strength, so you know.
Casual.
Yeah.
So does anyone have proficiency in the performance skill?
9.
No.
Nope.
Then unfortunately no.
Okay. Oh boy. Let's
I
see.
used to hum my kids to sleep. Does that
No
count?
pressure.
No.
Okay. 21.
Oh my god, never mind. You don't need it.
The figure
I
floats.
I sing an improvisational song, like from the book I read about the Silvarians and what I know about history, but just try to keep it vague enough and beautiful enough about like, and I throw in parts about what the country looks like and all of its natural features. It's like,
As you do this, the figure starts to wave its hands to the beat as if he's conducting the whole performance. As it closes its dried, wrinkled eyelids over its abyssal, marbled eyes, and then just gets lost in the performance. And then when you stop, it sighs.
Oh.
Gracious.
How about we get this guy some anti-aging cream?
I must say, the Asterians have truly blinded the children. Most unfortunate. But it's in their character.
Oof.
You have
Hear,
one
hear.
question.
Okay. I whisper in Joan's ear. What should I ask?
You then hear a question. No.
No, he should, because then it's fitting for Dylan, because he is also a sarcastic. Okay.
I lean
It's in
back
the
over
family.
to Dylan, and I whisper back.
How do we get out of here?
I mean, that's not a bad question.
But nah. What would be a good question?
What? Perhaps you could ask
You can ask for a
what his
history.
greatest success was.
Brothers. What out of character? What was his name again? It was like a
Svenny.
Svenny.
I knew it was Sven. I thought it was Sven.
Svenny.
but I forgot the E.
Also,
Svenny.
it's funny that you
Svenny.
asked me that because I was just thinking, man, I'm so glad I'm not Matt right now.
Brother Svenny, what was your greatest success?
You can tell that even in the darkness of his eyes, there's something. You can tell his eyes are staring deep into your soul.
Oof.
And he says one word. Lichdom.
Oh, no.
my god! Dude, you almost hit a lich! If we hadn't stopped you, we'd be dead! Dude!
That
You
was your
almost
answer.
Got us in a battle with a lich!
Okay, out of character, the other two things that we could give him were a part of me
A
or
part of
or
any of
something-
you,
A part of any of you.
Leon
he could
offers
study.
blood.
or a resource that you have, or like a piece of knowledge or a resource that you have that will be a asset to his research.
Would I know if you can scry in here?
You haven't
Into
tried
this
it.
place? Wait, no. Leon would like to ask the
Lich.
Svenny. Yeah, the Lich. God, seriously, if you would have gotten us in a battle with the Lich, I swear I'll never forgive you. But yeah, I would like to ask the Lich if perhaps someone could scry on us while we're in this plane of existence, in this area, in the vault. I would like to write that down and then show it to the Lich. Because Leon might have some information that would be beautimous. Many pieces of information that would be wonderful to sell. Wait, can he even read our language? Common? No, wait, it's common. You should be able to read. Wait, did common exist 500 years ago?
Well, he's speaking with us right now, and we're speaking.
Oh,
common.
yeah, true. Never mind. But can he read it?
Well, I
Never
guess
mind.
we'll find out.
Seriously, though. We almost had a battle with a Lich.
Why did we
No,
almost
we
fight?
probably would have just killed Mason, and we've just been like, we are so sorry.
We
about
don't know
him.
him.
We don't know him.
He's been kind of following us for a while.
Thank you for that. Oof.
He's got it.
Wow. Wow, guys. Wow.
Hey, you were the one who would hit it, so
You
don't.
know how powerful they are. It's the first rule of D&D.
It's how you don't die. Get good
Well,
or
it's not
die.
the first rule. The first rule is don't split the party, but it's one of the rules.
We've already done that before, though.
So, you see that when a few moments, a few brief moments pass by, and then you see the Zveni casts a spell. And you see
Sweet.
a 20-foot radius sphere of yellow-green fog erupts
Oh boy.
around all of you.
That's like the whole room.
Dude, you know,
And
I just gave us an ability to tell our best friend that we're elves.
I want everyone to
Yay.
give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oof, never mind. I think we're gonna die. Oh yeah, hey, look at that.
Not 20.
A Constitution save. That's what I do best.
11.
I did a 20.
Goodbye, friends.
Oof.
Yeah,
Well.
goodbye, friend.
Who are you again?
That's kind of harsh.
I'll miss Mason. I'll miss you, Mason.
So 23, 20, 11, and 7.
All right, 1 second.
So would I know if the Lich probably casted that?
I said he did.
Oh, he did?
Mhm.
Okay. Is he going to kill us? Is that what's going on?
Something's happening. He's
Something
either
is
knocking us
happening.
unconscious and harvesting us, or killing us and harvesting
I
us,
don't know.
Absolutely.
taking us as hosts.
There we go.
Why
Alt.
couldn't- Why couldn't I just met? Why couldn't my family, my long lost family, just been normal?
Oh my god! I am. Why did it take me onto the move? Draw shape.
Wait, did he transport us somewhere?
Green.
Is that what's going on? I'm so confused.
No one knows.
No one knows. Either way, Leon's there for Joan if she is falling over. Mason, probably
that
not
would
so
make
much,
sense
since he
if we
almost
got,
hit a
like-
Lich.
Oh, that would make sense because if we're being teleported, then
Oh, then we can't. Yeah. Oh my
that
gosh.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the time we got teleported at the library when we were chasing after
Yeah.
the bag.
Maybe that's what's going on. Hopefully. Hopefully
What's going on?
we're being transported.
We're
Hopefully we're
hoping
being
that is.
transported, and that he's not trying to kill us, because I do not want to find a Lich. I will cry. Why
Can
are
this
you rolling
be like
dice?
Can this be like the one
I hear
nice
dice.
cool Lich?
I am not worried.
So those of you who did not, those of you, let's see, Joan and Mason, you two take 20 points of poison
Oh.
damage.
Ouch.
And Dylan and Leon, you two only take 10.
Oh
And
my
Svenny
God.
says,
Boy.
you did not give me anything first. One question per offer.
Fair.
Do I know the? Okay, so he hurt. How much damage did Zach take?
20.
Give me another 6 seconds
So-
go by. Give me another con save.
Can I get out?
Leon quickly grabs a flask from his pouch and fills it with his own blood and hands it over. Quickly hands it over.
Can I get out of the fog?
Give me another con save.
Oof.
As the fog starts to roll.
Roll?
Mm-hmm.
You know, why
What
is
do
your
you-
family
Roll.
like this? Why is your family like
It's like
this?
rolling, like
I don't
fog does.
know.
Why is your family like this? You're like the best out of the bunch here. Honestly,
I'm like the black sheep that I didn't even know it.
this is why Dylan is best boy.
John.
So I just gave him a full flask of my blood. That does nothing to make him stop.
Yeah, one more con save, I think.
Can I move?
I swear to God, if he kills my friends, I'm going to be so upset, but I can't do anything about it. Dude, I thought this was gonna have
You
be
can,
fun,
but
happy
you have
time.
to make another con save.
Who, me?
Joan.
Oh,
20.
All right.
I would like to
do not attack. Don't
get
attack.
out of the
Don't
circle.
engage. Okay.
and see if I does the sphere, does it seem to have a height limit, or does it seem like it's flat, or is it like expanding it upward also?
It's expanding in every direction. No, sorry, it's only. Sorry, it's not expanding. I read that wrong.
I just gave this guy a flask full of my blood. Does he stop, please? Because I want this to stop.
Maybe.
I made a mistake. I know. Immediate repercussions.
No, yeah, it does expand.
Oof.
In what directions?
All.
Okay.
Am I muted? Is that it?
No.
Okay.
I can hear you.
So everyone except Joan takes 26 poison.
Oh.
Wait.
I'm unconscious.
Wait, everybody except Joan?
Joan takes 13.
Wait, what is the save on this? 26? I'm down to
Then-
4
20.
hit points.
I'm
I'm going to
unconscious.
die.
It is then at this point the fog
I'm unconscious.
dissipates.
Oh my god.
I'm also unconscious.
You people are unconscious.
That seems a little excessive.
Leon immediately goes over to Dylan and tries to use their herbalism kit to stabilize.
Alright, give me a medicine check
Wouldn't I use the herbalism kit?
to keep them stabilized.
Yeah, because I have the tool
mean a
herbalism
healer's
kit.
It would be a.
Oh yeah, healer's
Healer's
kit.
kit.
Never mind. Medicine check. Oof. Hey! Are you
Nope.
serious?
It's a fail. So, if you guys went below 0, give me a death save.
Oh my god.
Alright.
You know
Is
what? I
Lich
think I'm
doing
gonna.
anything?
No, he's just floating there.
I would like to go another try with my medicine check.
Though he will say,
Oh my god. My friends are doing death saves. This is great. Mason, I
He-
swear to god.
he will say, one question per offer. Those are the rules. Disobey them, and you will be punished.
I'm gonna call across from the other side of the room.
No, Leon is like looking at her, is just like,
What if
giving
you
like
and
a
I
sign
were to
to
have a
not.
discussion instead?
He looks over
That is
at
an
you.
offer. It's an offer. It's an
and
offer.
says, "What is the discussion?"
Whatever you'd like. History, anatomy, magic, calligraphy.
I'm
Really?
afraid I do not know your level of knowledge. You would get lost in my rambling.
Oof.
I'm just saying, both your friends are unconscious. This is the perfect time to admit you're
Another
elves.
medicine check. Right. 13 minus 1
You
is
can
12.
You can stabilize one of them.
Dylan.
Should I make another death con?
Yep.
You're doing fine. Don't worry.
That's one fail.
Oh, are you
What?
serious?
12 is a
What?
fail?
12 is
No.
a fail?
Wait, no, wait. Is it a fail?
No.
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 10 and above is safe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not
Maybe
playing
if
meat
you-
grinder.
Yeah, about to say that's the only.
Leon fills a flask with his blood and offers it to the Lich. While coughing profusely because he is poisoned a little bit.
He seems to be busied.
Never mind, he
and
will
and
wait.
he doesn't notice your offer.
Patiently wait.
What is he busy doing?
Staring at
Talking.
you, waiting for a response.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize he was asking a question.
He didn't ask a question. He said that he was worried you'd get lost in his pondering. He doesn't know your level of intelligence.
Right.
Wait, both the humans are down.
Yeah, that's
Both
what
the
I
humans
just
are
said
down.
that.
saying. Yeah, or Matt was saying. Anyway.
Leon like coughs and just like points at his ears and is just like, I don't care anymore. Both of them are down. They're unconscious.
Can I make a death save now?
Sir
Yeah.
Svenny, have you in your time met any
That's a
elves?
question. That's a question.
That's a question. Would you like to talk with an? No, that's another
That's
question.
another question.
Hey, I'm an elf. Let's talk about that. I'm an elf. Let's
You can't
talk
help
about
Dylan.
that.
Matt. That's
Yeah.
metagaming.
It's so obvious, though.
Leon like
Maybe
points
not
at
obvious
elves.
to the rest of them.
We are elves. Two of us are elves. The knowledge that two of us are elves.
You point.
Perhaps are you saying that, or
Yeah, Leon is like gotten her attention and pointing at the book.
you got my attention?
Yeah, he's like clapping his hands furiously and then pointing at the.
If you clap your hands furiously, that's gonna get Svenny's attention. He just looks over at you.
Okay. Leon gets up and walks over to her briskly and shows her the thing because
What's
he's
I had 3 successes.
Yep.
tired.
So you stabilize automatically.
Yeah, I'm stabilized now.
Yeah, but the rest of them don't know that. So Leon and Joan are just kind of, for all they know, leaving you to die.
Yep. I'm just gonna sit there. Oh, wow, I'm not conscious.
You don't have a choice.
No.
I'm just gonna sit there. Yes, you are.
Correct.
Is
Get
Leon
away.
doing anything?
Yeah, Leon
Or-
is showing her the book. Is just like, tell him we are elves. The two of us. Tell them that two of our party are elves. He doesn't have to guess which.
Fair
He
enough.
doesn't get to know which.
That ruins my fun.
L-
Svenny, while you may not know much about my level of knowledge, would it not be fair for me to assume you
That's a
don't
question.
know much
That's a
about my
question.
level
That's a
of
question.
knowledge?
That's a question.
Not a
That's a
question.
question.
That is not a question.
no, that is.
Would it not?
Would
Would
you-
it not be fair? That's a question.
That's a
That's
question.
not a question.
It is a question. I assure you. Would is a
Leon
question.
writes. Like, Leon
It sounded
cups
like
her
a
mouth
question.
quickly before she says anything. Is just like. It's like looking at her in her
This
eyes.
is like
It's just
this
like,
is like
please don't.
anti-Jeopardy. You have to phrase everything as not a question.
Yeah. Leon just like write down.
I don't know
Say
that he explicitly
exactly-
said that. He was saying that we couldn't make any requests for his
Okay, if
knowledge.
Andrew's warning you about the questions, then I think
Yeah.
it's safe to say, don't say any questions.
Leon writes down, is just 2 of our party are elves. Say that.
I take the sheet of paper from Leon and look at it. Then I look at Svenny. 2 of the 4 of us are elven in nature. I assume that some
Like
things we
Leon
may know will be
immediately,
of
like,
interest
flips
to
it
you.
over.
That is a statement.
That is
That
a
is-
statement.
Oh, okay, thank God. Leon is like
No,
pleading.
Leon may not be that knowledgeable on on
No, because Leon
context
is
of words.
stupid.
So Leon just
Mean.
plucks from out.
And just like looks at her, is just like, please.
Svenny will say,
I swear, if he already knew that, I'm going to cry.
says, did you think that I did not see that? It is quite obvious on what you 2 are. I know you are of High Elves. You reek of it.
Actually, we're wood elves.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
So that's something you didn't know.
He would have said what elves.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how long you've been in here. Perhaps elven culture's changed more than you know.
That isn't a question.
Doubtful.
Perhaps human culture has changed more than you know.
This discussion bores me.
Oof. Leon
Then
is
perhaps
just,
we get to giving you an offering, and I gesture for Leon.
flask.
Hey,
Leon
show him
hands
the
it over.
flask. We present to you elven blood for your research.
Bring it to me.
Leon goes over and hands it to him.
Dylan just sits up. Wait, you guys are elves?
I swear to God. That's metagaming!
I know. It was a joke, really. It wasn't...
I know, I was joking.
I know.
Too. We're all being
You
a
then
joke.
see a little spectral hand appears next to you and grabs the vial and brings it up to him. It then slowly circles the vial around so he can inspect it. And then he takes his elongated gray hand and opens the vial and he...
Leon is uncomfortable.
Yes. This is elven blood.
What?
What
do you
is
say?
your question?
Leon like looks at her and is just like, I have a question.
I walk over next to Leon. And I'm expecting you to write something down.
Yeah, Leon writes down, is there a spell to regain memories? To regain taken memories.
I just look at Leon. Really? Memory's not the tongue thing? Not how to get out of here?
I don't want to become a
I'll ask
lich.
if you want.
I'm not asking for anything from him besides a spell to possibly bring back memories. Memories are more important than my tongue. I'm sorry.
Also, we still need to get out of the here.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
know that.
true. Yeah, Leon just like, true, also that. Yeah, Leon writes down, just ask him how to get out of here, because I want to go.
I almost want to ask how we can know what a worthy offering would be when he's being so vague, but
That'd be kind of a waste of a
tad
question.
futile.
Lich's man.
Hashtag liches are bitches.
Perhaps we can.
Let's just ask how to get out of this
Perhaps
area.
we can combine the thoughts.
Ask how to
I'm
navigate.
gonna look up at him for a second. Does he seem impatient or anything?
He's just staring,
Oh.
motionless.
Can I make a suggestion, or would that be metagaming?
That would be metagaming.
You know, we could make him an offer to possess one of our objects so that he doesn't have to be here anymore, so that he can actually see the outside world. That could be another gift that we could give him.
I think perhaps that would be a worthwhile gift. But with
But
this one,
first the question. Let's
perhaps we
first ask how to get out
we
of here.
can. How
First,
we
ask
can.
how do we get out of here.
Perhaps we can ask how we navigate through the teleporters, including the inactive ones, and to find anything of value in these cylindrical rooms.
Yeah, but I also want to know how to read those books. Says Leon, looking over at the books, really wanting to know what the books tell.
I think we save that for the next question with the possession idea you were saving.
Mm.
Does that seem a fair question?
Leon nods.
I turn to the Lich and ask more loudly. How do we find our way through these rooms, including through the deactivated runes, and I gesture to the one near us, so that we can find anything of value in these chambers?
He says, the runes will guide you to different rooms. To leave them, you must know the words to call yourself upon the main chamber.
The words to call ourselves upon the chamber?
The main chamber.
Oh.
Lovely.
Open sesame?
If you wish to return, I can send you back.
Ooh. Like, Leon's just like, not now.
Leon, perhaps you could take a book if our host is so kind, and we could return at a later date to ask any questions when we have better offerings. And Svenny could send us on our way for now, since he was so kind as to offer us a way out.
True. Yeah, but Leon still wants to know how to regain memories.
What is it about you and memories?
You will never know!
Gosh.
Are you writing that down or telling Joan?
Yeah, Leon is writing that down. I still want to know a possible way to regain memories. So maybe the offer of him possessing one of our objects would be good. Not only that, but we would have a Lich with us.
I look at Leon for a second. Oh, what would be a good object for a Lich to possess?
Something worthwhile to possess, I guess. Leon looks through his stuff. Perhaps something with sentimental value? I don't know how possessions go.
I look over at Dylan's body and kind of make a hand gesture for the rapiers.
Leon is like, I don't want anything like that near Dylan. Not with how things have been recently. Perhaps something that is possibly as old as him? He holds up the elven greatsword. It just like points to it.
Perhaps a fair offer. You're holding the great sword or gesturing to it?
I'm gesturing towards it.
Okay. I
Or
pull
maybe
Leon
even the
around.
knight's cloak. We could use the cloak. Wait, what did you do?
I pull Leon around so that his back is to the Lich, and I gesture to the sword and the cloak. If it would please you, Svenny, you could inhabit one of the...
Objects!
You didn't give me a chance. One of the armaments my friend Leon here carries, and we could take you with us out of here.
You will learn a lot more out there than you would in here. Leon writes down and shows it to...
You'd learn a lot more out there than you will in here. You can experience things. You might even be able to experiment on things.
A suggestion that would normally offend me, but I shall forgive you for your ignorance of my curse. It is not as simple for me to possess something, but it is impossible for me to leave.
Oh, this is his domain. Oh, okay.
Perhaps if you shared with us the details of your curse, we could help you
It's the
find a
Leon
way
Saucer!
out. Unless you would prefer that we leave you be.
I know you would not be able to help me. This curse is far advanced even for I. And if I cannot break it, neither can you.
It's a curse of soul. Leon writes down. It's a curse of soul. Trust
Fair
me.
enough, Svenny. We will return when we have better things to offer to you. For now, please send my companions and I, including the two
Leon
unconscious on the
stops her!
floor.
Quickly stops
Stop.
her.
Yes,
Stop,
Leon?
stop. Do not make a suggestion without having something to give him. Remember, we almost
Not a
died.
question.
Yeah, that is a
It's
request.
not a question.
It's a request. We can't make a request without something to give him. We gotta give him something. What do we give him?
We said if we wanted to, we could go back to the other room.
He did.
You
Okay.
did.
Okay. I just want to be very
Maybe
careful.
just be ready with something to give him.
Leon looks for something.
We could all- Never mind.
As I was saying, Svenny, if you would be so kind as to send my two unconscious companions and Leon and I back to the other room, we'll return when we have something of higher value to offer to you for your research.
Tell Brother Dylan that you are sorry. And you have a feeling that he's talking to Leon. He says, your impotence had nearly cost him his life.
Yeah, Leon nods.
He then waves his hands over you, and you are back in the main chamber.
Through my chamber door.
Did he say any words when he was sending us back?
No.
Dang it, I was really hoping to learn the word. Or however you do it.
Maybe that could have been an offering. Could you tell what is the word that returns us to
I
the main
considered it.
Yeah. Leon immediately just like
He could have answered in a
sits down.
he could have answered in a
Riddle.
well, not a riddle, but he could have said something like, what is the word? And he could have said something like, the word that'll send you back home, or the word that'll send you back to the main chamber, and boom.
Obviously. How do we help them become conscious again?
They'll wake
Should
up.
we wait?
Th-
Do we just wait here?
We should get a long rest.
You could do a short
No.
rest.
No. A long one.
You could do a short rest.
Because I almost died.
You could do a short rest.
Andrew seems to be saying something.
A long rest, please?
You could do a short rest.
But we could also do a long rest.
You can do a short
I don't
rest.
think you're getting the hint, Dea.
What?
Said I don't think you're getting the hint, Dea.
You can take a short rest.
Well, I pull the two humans to the wall and kind of lean them against it gently. And I sit back against the wall and close my eyes to meditate.
Leon is thinking about his life's choices.
So, you take your short rest. I repeat. Short rest. And Dylan and Mason both awaken with 1 hit point. You see that you are in the main chamber with the 3 statues and the 4 runes.
Ow. What happened?
Oh, my head. The hell happened? I just remember suffocating.
That fairly well sums it up.
Yeah, Leon looks not okay.
I think we should keep resting, regain a little strength, and then
Leon like puts a
Perhaps.
hand up and just, like apologizes profusely to Dylan and Mason for almost killing them. Also to poor Joan too, because he almost ended up killing her too.
It's fine.
I don't blame you, Leon. It's
Mm.
not a crime to be curious unless you're a lich.
Okay, can we take another short rest?
It'll be your last one.
Okay.
Why can't we take a long rest though?
I have a feeling it has to do with the
Because
blood.
it's 8 hours and we probably...
Oh yeah, true.
I'm gonna... Wow.
I use all of my hit dice because I'm
Um.
down to 4.
Man, that was fun.
I'm in danger.
Also, I'm
oh
gonna
my
do-
gosh.
Also, I'm going to
That's
try to
so
identify
bad.
the... Also, everybody gets an additional d6 because of Song of Rest. Also, I'm going to try to identify what the sword, the rapier, does.
Man, my rolls with not 20s are on point today.
4. I am at like less than half my hit points, but this is fine. It's my fault anyway, so you know.
So, Dylan, you discover that the rapier is simply just a rapier that it was imbued with magic to make it so that it stays sharp and is extremely durable.
Hey,
It
sounds
is
familiar.
It is a +1 rapier.
Okay.
Sound like this?
Something
Nah.
like that. Except for it's a rapier, not a short sword.
It's
That's a
nothing
long
alike.
sword.
All +1 weapons are now short swords.
Yep. Leon's great sword.
Wait, is this
Nope,
a plus
it's
one?
a short sword.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking.
One,
I thought you were talking about the one that Lord Green gave you.
Yeah, I am. Is it a +1?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Are you serious? All this time that you've had it.
I mean, when would 1 damage have mattered? It's fine.
Also, it's 1 to your attacks.
Yeah, I know.
So it's not just 1-2 damage.
Anyway, it's fixed now. Is the point? I
Just-
remember him saying it was like really sharp.
Just so you
I'm gonna-
know, Leon was praying profusely to Ariel for protection, even though he's not a cleric. He might become one. He might want to become one.
Is he
Uh,
telling us this?
No. He's not telling
Um,
anyone anything right now. Because he's upset.
Don't worry, it's... Sorry.
Dylan stands up. Does anybody feel like they absolutely need some extra healing? Because I can cast Cure Wounds on you.
Leon shakes his head.
I'm at 25. I'm still.
Leon, don't be modest.
I'm fine, really.
I look at Joan. Joan?
I'm quite alright, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a level 1 Cure Wounds on myself.
Also, don't feel too bad. I think your question was still less stupid than me grabbing a hold of the harpoon.
Yeah, we both made stupid decisions. We're both elves and we both make stupid decisions. I wonder if it's genetic.
Everyone has made a stupid decision in this campaign once. Including me.
You know what stupid decision that Dylan made recently? Trusting
I mean-
Melatonis.
You want to know what mistake I made?
What?
Keeping you guys alive this long. Badoo.
Oh!
Hey, actually,
Okay, I know how it is. Fine. You're
I'm-
gonna away.
I've been arrested twice and murdered once, so you know.
Yeah, but Mason has still lasted a lot longer than the rest of your characters.
Yeah, I'm honestly so surprised.
Speaking of which, your due date's past due.
Oh,
Random
really?
lightning bolt. No.
Great.
So, what do you guys do now?
The Lich just shows up. By the way, I'm keeping this one, and he pulls Mason away.
You know what? We could have used him as a bargaining chip.
Oh.
Oh,
I would've been fine with it.
such terrible people.
So,
Okay, guys.
let's not go to that kind of chamber again.
Okay, so we know not to go towards that room.
Why not?
Leon
Shooting was so much
nods.
fun.
I
I have
like
so much knowledge to share.
I like the design of the opposite chamber.
Wait, so did we show up in the middle rune thing?
In the
Did
what?
we get here from the
yeah,
middle?
where did we
rune?
appear
No.
when we came back from the Lich?
Yeah.
You appeared the same exact spot where you had entered.
So on
Okay.
the little two half moons?
Oh.
Moons with a circle in the center? I don't know what to call it.
No. You guys landed, like, right there where I put you.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so that middle one does go somewhere.
Yes.
My guess is the
So-
middle is out.
That I wouldn't
Right.
mind.
Which of these do you want to go to next?
The one that doesn't have a lich. The Leon.
well,
Leon then
not that
realizes
one.
Well,
what was
that
about
narrows
to
it down to
happen.
3.
Like
Maybe.
Leon just like grabs onto Mason. Is just you almost.
Okay,
hit a
I'm just
lich.
gonna roll a
Yeah.
I know I
D3.
was stupid. We can't
One,
do things like that.
A day
Two.
of plot twist, all of them
Joan.
are witches.
Oof.
Joan walks over around the outside to this circle one and kind of kneels down beside it.
Okay.
This one
That's
speaks
something-
to me.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm okay with that.
Fine.
Do we all agree
Leon
on-
steps
Was
on
it
it.
Joan the one who picked the last?
Leon steps on
Oh
it.
my god,
Joan
you're
was.
right.
Oh,
Too late, Leon stepped on it and Joan's fallen through.
You guys meet a dragon lich. No.
Oh what?
I believe the proper term is Draco Lich.
Well, in my world, it's dragon lich.
Get right.
Fair enough. Mason, do you follow us?
Don't assume my
Yes, I do.
bestiarily encyclopedic title. I don't know where I was going with that. Leave me alone.
Oh boy.
Y'all have no idea how much I hate this place right now. I
What?
thought this could be like our main hub besides the skeletons, but no, fam.
Just no.
Just no.
But why not?
Because of the lich.
But this is a cool place.
Oh, I like this one.
Uh,
I mean, think of all the treasures we could hide here.
Leon grabs out his sword and is just like, dude.
You, when you guys enter this room, through the yeah, you hear You hear the sound of silence is not welcoming to your ears. This large cylinder room has what looks to be carvings of a grand ball happening around you on the walls of this room. At the center of the room is a stone dais with a stone lectern atop of it. Behind the lectern is a 15-foot tall statue of a knight in full plate mail with a greatsword large enough to cut a horse in half, and it rests in his hands with the blade stabbed into the ground.
We ain't fucking with this.
You also see that on the lectern there is a small wooden box.
If we move that thing's going to attack us. I just know it. It can't fool me, DM. Leon goes over and grabs it.
Without
I'm
touching
joking.
it, could I go up and inspect the box?
Can we, like, Indiana Jones style, just, like,
What are you
switch
going
it
to
out for
inspect
something
it?
as heavy?
I said without touching it, I'm going to inspect it, like walk around, look at it.
What are you trying to get away from it? Like, from your inspection?
I don't know, maybe see what's in it, what kind of box it is, if it's like...
How big it is.
How heavy it is?
What might be, if I can guess what's inside of it, how heavy it is.
Basically, he's trying to, like, do that thing kids do every Christmas and try to figure out what's inside their presents without damaging the paper or touching it or breathing on it, because their mom will know.
While Dylan's doing that, Joan's also trying to look where we came in for a room.
Okay.
Leon is checking out the...
You do see that you guys
statue.
all teleported around the same rune that you had stepped on.
Same symbol, blue glowing,
yeah.
everything.
It's not glowing.
Leon checks out the large statue.
Okay. Give me investigation. What is Dylan trying to get out of the box? I didn't hear what he's... Wait.
What can I tell about it without touching it? Like anything, like how much it weighs, what might be
That
inside.
sounds funny!
You wouldn't be able to tell how much it weighs, but since you don't know what's inside of it, but you can tell that it is definitely... It's probably like... I don't know...
I cannot
Try
tell how
about,
this was made.
It's probably like 7 inches long and about 2 inches wide.
What was that?
That was a noise I made.
Oh.
You do see that there are like intricate swirls and carvings in the top.
It's a dodecahedron. I'm joking.
They don't seem to really mean anything other than to just be in like exterior
Do they
design.
The carvings don't look like the rune?
No, they just look like
on?
swirls that look like exterior design.
Okay. Can I tell anything about the pictures on the wall, if anything stands out?
Sure, give me a perception check. While you do that, Leon.
Perception or investigation?
Perception. When you investigate this, you definitely see that around the statue there are spots around the limbs that look...
Shit.
They don't look as if they were chiseled from a solid stone. In other words, it looks like as if this thing could be animated, it would be able to move.
That Lich was an asshole. He didn't tell us how to activate them.
You also didn't ask. With a perception of 6, you don't really see anything of interest other than just a crowd of people dancing around.
Okay. Well, guys, I'm not sure what we can do in here except touch the box.
And the statue?
And the statue.
Joan reaches out and just kind of traces the rune just to see if anything happens on the floor.
So, Dylan, you're gonna open the box?
No, I didn't say that. I said that's
That's
Dylan
all.
in character said. The
Yeah.
only thing I can think of is to touch the box. But I'm
Well,
not
I'm
going to touch
asking.
the box yet.
It's more of, so you're going to open the box. Yes or no?
I'm tracing the rune on the floor. Did anything happen?
No.
Okay, cool. Yep,
Should I
it's
touch
the box.
the box?
Unless we want to play with this statue and his lovely greatsword, I think so.
Okay. I open the box.
You open the box. And just as you do,
Greatsword comes to life.
indeed.
Oh boy.
As predicted.
And you see this.
The harmonica of control.
You don't know what it's called, but you see a harmonica made completely of gold.
What is it with my family and harmonica?
That's what I was just wondering.
Like, we just have a natural affinity for them. Like, I didn't even like.
And Leon, the thing, and when the statue animates, it pulls the sword from the ground, and like an expert, swirls it, and then it looks straight at Dylan.
I think.
And that's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
No.
Oh boy.
Rip. Dylan, I think you should use that harmonica. That's all I'm gonna say.
Alrighty. So, next time on Rollback Sunday, will our trusty adventurers survive battling the massive stone statue? Or will they be flattened like the tiny little insects they are? What?
Find out next week.
Is it made of stone?
Yes.
Damn it. I was hoping it was made of metal.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure the harmonica interacts with it in some way. He's looking to you for like commands or to kill you, but either way.
Either way, it's gonna be a fun time.
For me.
Yeah, we're not here to have fun. We're just here to make sure Andrew has fun.
It's about time.
Are you not entertained?
No.
Okay.
Rip.
All right. Well, I hope you guys are looking forward to next week as much as I am. I've been waiting far too long for you guys to get to this. Anybody have any last notes they want to say with the audience here?
Yes. If you ever think about looking up your family roots and your history of where you come from, just be careful, because you might be related to a fucking lich. Also, your long-lost brother might try to kill you.
Ancestry.com. When you start to realize that ignorance, when you start to realize ignorance can be bliss.
This episode was brought to you by. That'd be such a perfect sponsor.
Ancestry.com.
Oh boy.
If only. All right. Well, anyone else want to say anything?
Nope.
Nope.
Hideo? Hideo?
I don't think she can handle us anymore.
I think. Oh, her mic is muted.
Maybe somebody came into a room or something.
Probably.
Maybe. Goodbye to the people.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.